I would say we talked to a recently signed on customer that's in the Fortune 500, but they'll remain nameless, and they've got this big digital transformation. They manufacture consumer products, but they're kind of like a manufacturer in that there's a lot that goes into getting all of those products out to market. And they said that when they did an assessment, in the last year, they have over 500 owned websites, not to mention all the distributors and hardware
Jesus.
stores and mom and pop shops that their products may be sold in. 500 owned websites globally, and only 40% of them are even using their current content management system that adheres to brand standards.
Oh
The
my
other
gosh.
60% have just been rogue silos. Somebody in a country somewhere spun up a site out of necessity. And so it's like, he said it's probably going to take 2 years, but the idea is 100% of everywhere their quote unquote brand footprint shows up is on brand, adheres to their standards and their CMO's mission, which is kind of eye opening. But a lot of brands are going through that exact process right now. And, you can see what the material impact would be if you can get 100% of your brand touch points all aligned, all delivering the same message.
Alex, any final thoughts here before we close it out?
Yeah, I mean, it came up in every session, and we'd be remiss not to talk about it here, but AI was a really big topic. But I think what people were looking for, and I hope they got from the Digital Shelf Summit, was how Salsify and Bynder are putting AI into practice, and how they can do so, and kind of what it can be for. What I mean by that is we really have to tie AI to value, and that's a big thing here at Salsify is value-driven AI. We really tie it to efficiencies that can be gained. So even to Brian's example, like when we talk about PXM and what the promise of PXM is, right? And this is again in that white paper I mentioned earlier, PXM, Product Experience Management, has not achieved its full promise. And that promise or that goal is to optimize every touch point on the digital shelf everywhere, right? Exactly what Brian just said. That's like impossible for brands to do today, right? There's just not enough money, there's not enough time, there's not enough people, there's not enough resources, but AI is going to change that. And that's going to have a really, really big impact and meaningful impact for brands. So if 60% of your SKUs, you just don't have time to touch and get compliant to endpoint requirements, AI is going to allow you to do that. And you can see a really meaningful lift in sales and conversion and things like that. Not to mention all the other efficiencies you can get using our platforms to actually just get work done and get products to market. So it's just really exciting to see some of these capabilities like coming into reality. On Salsify and on other platforms. And I think just helping brands and retailers get a little more comfortable with exactly what it means, that it's not job replacement, it's job enhancement. It's just going to be so big in the DAM world and the PXM world, and everyone's really excited about it. So that was great to see.